audiences that got us off on the right foot. And I think ultimately the cast, the camaraderie and the cohesiveness and the sense of play that we had, kind of audiences were pretty comfortable with that initial cast. In fact, I get comments about that, about how like it just hasn't been the same since, you know, because they had Atlantis,
right.
And then what was the last
Universe.
Universe, right? Universe is a different world altogether.
Yeah.
Well, worlds, I guess.
Yeah. Different aliens, different everything.
Yeah, I think it went off the air ultimately because it dealt with too many parallel universes. I know I did an episode or two of it, and when we were shooting it, I didn't have any idea what was going on. Where I was, what I was doing, what I was, forget year, what world. No, I think the audiences got lost eventually. It's a very heady show, but there's a contingent that loves that as well. The science guys, yeah.
Something we always hear from other guests that we have is about behind-the-scene antics, pranks, and so on and so forth. He's shaking his head already. Do you have a favorite moment or silliness that happened behind the scenes, or were you the one saying stop? I mean, you're shaking your head. I'm just kidding.
Me?
Yeah, were you going to stop it, Chris? No, anyway.
No. No, I tried to keep it as loose as possible and as comfortable as possible for the actors and the crew. I sort of wanted to do, and this goes back to my earlier comment about helping to produce the show. I kind of set the tone for the set, for what went on the set. So it was imperative that I keep things as light and fun as possible, because the hours that, you've all heard all this before, but the hours that a crew endures, the cast has the easiest time of the whole echelon of people that put on shows like that. But you know, you don't want anybody saying, "Oh shit, I gotta go to work again." Sorry, shoot, I have to go to. Gotta go to that Stargate thing again now. I wanted them to want to show up and have fun, and we kind of maintained that fairly well. So the antics, yeah, I don't know, I don't remember any of them really, because it's all in the moment, you know.
Right, right. Kind of like that. This is from a hopeful. Do you know of any further developments in the Stargate franchise in process as of now?
What?
Do you know of any further developments in the Stargate franchise as of right now?
No, why? Do you?
Because they wanted to know.
Oh, honestly, I wish I could say, you know, maybe, but I can't. I can say that, maybe, but the likelihood is not so maybe. I honestly don't know how those guys are thinking. I got asked to do the voice in a game, Stargate game, but that's as far as it went.
Oh.
As far as, why?
Just curious.
What's it?
Oh, darn. We've been hopeful for the Stargate games for the last few years.
Oh,
so.
really?
Well, there was one that started, and it was like an online multiplayer thing, and then it didn't start, or unstarted, or whatever.
I don't know.
And then they were going to do a first-person shooter, and then it didn't happen. So we're still kind of waiting to see if that happens in any way, shape, or form. But you saying I got to ask to do the voice, I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah. Well, they wanted. I was saying they wanted MacGyver's voice to be doing the Stargate thing.
He kept fix it with a gym clip and a rubber band.
Will you stop that?
Okay.
Now cut that out. Look out! Look out! So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Next, on the crazy thing, I read